Did you know that William Shakespeare wrote King Lear while he was under quarantine from the plague? Creativity flourishes when it's given limits and structures. You tell your kids it's time to draw some pictures, and they will be paralyzed by the infinite possibilities as they are mocked by the blank page. But give your kids 3 marker challenges. Say, here's 3 markers, go and draw a monster. And you will be amazed at the creative thinking that they come up with. Stories provide the perfect structure for sparking creativity and imaginative play in your kids. Take a book like Bears Don't Read. George the bear finds a book in the woods and decides he's done doing normal bear things and wants to learn how to read instead. Your kids can read this book and then set up a school for their own stuffed animals. Your kids will be learning and they won't even realize it. How about a book like Dragon Post? Our friend finds a dragon and tries to decide what to do with it. So he sends out letters to different people trying to get advice about what to do with his dragon. You can read this book and then send out letters to all of your friends. Or what about Nibbles, everybody's favorite monster? You can read Nibbles as he travels from book to book, causing all kinds of mischief, and then take a Nibbles of your own, hide him around your house. All of a sudden, reading a story together has become a really fun scavenger hunt. You could even do this every day. Hide them in a different place, and then when your kids wake up in the morning, they will be so excited to find Nibbles and figure out what book you are reading next. I have some ideas for some larger units as well. Now, we might be stuck inside, but there is still a great big world out there and a lot of different ways that we can learn about it. Take our Wonders of the World Shine a Light book. It shows all different amazing things around the world. So find one that you find interesting, and then you can get our Children's World cookbook and cook a recipe from one of those places. Last night we made sweet and sour spare ribs. They were a big hit. You can also learn about different languages in What a Wonderful World. This has a collection of untranslatable words from around the world that just don't have a one-to-one correspondence in English. For instance, Glukaveda is Icelandic for weather that looks beautiful while you're inside, but is much too cold when you step outside. And don't worry, there's a pronunciation guide in the back here, which I find very helpful. So you can learn some new languages and then maybe even make up a language of your own. How about creating your own country? You can design the form of government and the flag, then put together a puzzle of flags of the world. This one comes with a really cool coloring book that talks all about the different symbols and colors and why they were chosen for different flags. We also have an atlas jigsaw puzzle of the world. That one's a lot of fun to put together, and the pieces are really thick and durable. High quality puzzle. If you wanted to dive into some history, you can try out Time Traveler. This has knights and castles, Viking raiders, Rome and Romans, and pharaohs and pyramids. And have your kids build one of the battles that they find in the books. You can also create your own museum, just like the one in The Curious Case of the Missing Mammoth. Here, little mammoth gets lost, wandering through the Natural History Museum. You can look through this and then collect things from around your house, label them, decide what part of history they're from. You could even make a time capsule of your family's history, or create famous works of art. Or how about creating your own zoo? This is my favorite book about learning about animals. It's called Lifesize, and you can see what you would look like with a life-size toucan beak, or life-size tiger mouth, or life-size kangaroo ears. Learn all about these animals and about some peculiar creatures as well in Alphabet of Peculiar Creatures. This also has a pronunciation guide, so you can learn about the hyrax and the ermine, and of course everyone's favorite peculiar creature, the axolotl. Set up your stuffed animals in a whole zoo. You can make little labels and learn what they eat and how to take care of them. And of course a zoo map, very important. Tickets, make it a whole day. So once you're all tired out from your day at the zoo, get yourself a snack and then read Pandemonia, a super fun rhyming story. So you're here at the zoo on this glorious day. You're sure to have fun. It's a great place to play. Come in, look around, relax and explore. Inside you will find there are creatures galore. You'll have a magnificent time at the zoo. Just don't
wake the panda, whatever you do.
We have a bunch of books that inspire you to get outside and explore, one of the best ways to avoid cabin fever. For our younger readers, you can check out Peek Inside a Tree. I love this one because it shows that there's just as much going on underneath the surface that you can't see. There's also the beautifully illustrated Woodland book. You can build a stick fort of your very own outside and identify different kinds of trees, and animal prints and plants. All kinds of things are starting to pop up around here. Or how about our Bear Grylls Wild Survival Activity book? You can pretend that you are out in the wilderness trying to survive with Bear Grylls. This will give you all kinds of ideas for doing that. Here's another one of my favorites, Real Life Mysteries. Can you explain the unexplained? This gives you case files of all kinds of things from Bigfoot to Loch Ness Monster to time travel, superpowers, ghosts, aliens, curses. Take one of these every day, do some research online, and then make up your own mind. Are these things actually true? A little more on the academic side, we have the Usborne Children's Encyclopedia. We actually have a bunch of different encyclopedia resources that have beautiful pictures. Read about something in here that you find interesting and then make a comic about it. So fun. I hope that you found some ways to be inspired to add some creativity and some structure into your days. Which of these ideas do you think your kids would like? Do they have another interest or another favorite book? I would love to help you plan a book experience that will ignite their imaginations and their learning.